You get through the whole day just fine. Then you climb into bed and your feet start burning. The tingling gets louder, the pain shows up, and you're lying there thinking, why does this happen at night? You're not making it up. There's a real reason your neuropathy gets worse when the sun goes down. I'm Dr. Andrew Fetterman, and today I'm going to tell you why and give you your bedtime routine to fight back. There are 3 reasons your neuropathy turns up at night. And once you understand them, you'll know exactly how to fight back. Reason 1, your brain has nothing else to listen to. During the day, your brain is busy. It's handling everything you see, hear, do, and say. Your nerve pain is still there, but it's one voice in a noisy room. Your brain barely notices it. At night, the room goes quiet. The lights go off. The noise stops. And suddenly, that nerve pain is the only voice left. Your brain turns up the volume because there's nothing else for it to pay attention to. It's like a dripping faucet. You never hear it during the day, but at 2 a.m., it sounds like a hammer. Reason 2, your body's natural painkiller drops. Your body makes something called cortisol. During the day, the cortisol keeps the swelling and pain turned down. Think of it like a volume knob for pain. During the day, that knob is turned low. At night, your cortisol drops to its lowest point. The volume knob goes up. The swelling in your nerves rises, and the pain gets louder. Reason 3, your blood flow changes when you lie down. When you're standing and moving, gravity helps push blood down to your feet. When you lie flat, that changes. Blood doesn't flow to your feet as well. And for someone with neuropathy, where blood flow is already weak, your nerves start sending out alarm signals. We're not getting enough. So it's a triple hit. Your brain turns up the volume, your natural painkiller drops, and your blood flow slows down. No wonder nighttime is so hard. Now that you know the why, let me give you the routine that fights all 3. I call it the nighttime nerve reset. 7 steps, about 15 minutes, and you start 30 minutes before bed. Step 1, a gentle 10-minute walk after your meal. Try to do this at least 30 minutes before bed. This does 2 things. First, it brings your blood sugar down from dinner. Remember, high blood sugar caramelizes your nerves. A 10-minute walk can cut that sugar spike by up to 30%. That's a big deal. Second, it gets blood flowing to your feet right before the time when blood flow will be at its worst, overnight. You're filling up the tank before the long haul. This doesn't need to be fast. It's not exercise, it's medicine, a slow, easy pace. Around your house, around the block, even up and down your own hallway. Just move. Step 2, the vascular gym. This is one of my most popular videos for a reason. People feel it working fast. Here's what you do. Get 2 containers big enough for your feet. Fill one with warm water, not hot, but warm, just comfortably warm. Fill the other with cool water. Put your feet in the warm water for about 60 seconds. Then switch to the cool water for 30 seconds. Go back and forth 3 times and always end on the warm. What's happening here? The warm water opens up your blood vessels. The cool water squeezes them shut. Open, shut, open, shut. You're training your blood vessels like you train a muscle. At night, this is extra powerful. You're pumping blood to your feet right before you lie down. Your blood vessels will keep working better throughout the entire night, bringing more oxygen to your nerves while you sleep. And the warm water at the end has a nice bonus. It helps your body relax and get ready for sleep. Step 3, this one is new, and it goes right after that first trigger. It helps your nerves from getting pinched or stuck while you sleep. I call these nerve flossing exercises. Just like you floss between your teeth, these movements gently slide your nerves back and forth through the muscles around them. Here are 2 you can do sitting on the edge of your bed. Nerve floss number 1, for your legs and feet. Sit up tall, stretch one leg out straight, point your toes toward the ceiling. Now slowly pull your toes back while you're looking down at your chest, and then point your toes away as you're looking into the ceiling. Back and forth each time. Consider my foot and my hand the same thing. Gently gliding the big nerve that runs from the back all the way to the front. If your nighttime symptoms hit your legs and feet, this one is gold. And the second one is for your hands. Hold one arm out just like I just did, palm facing up. Bend your wrists and your fingers to point at the ceiling. At the same time, tilt your head away. Then relax. 10 times on each side. These should never hurt. A gentle stretch or a light tingle, that's good. Sharp pain means ease up. Step 4, we're going after that second trigger, the drop in your body's natural painkiller. We can't stop cortisol from dropping at night. That's normal, but we can make the drop smoother so your pain doesn't spike all at once. Here's how. Slow breathing with a long exhale. Breathing in through your nose for 4 counts. Breathe out your mouth for 6 counts. No holding, just in for 4, out for 6. Nice and slow. Let's do this together. Ready? In, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do this for a couple minutes. That's all it takes. What's happening? That long exhale turns on the calm part of your nervous system. It sends a message to your whole body. The day is done. We're safe. Turn down the alarms. This helps your body ease into the cortisol drop instead of falling off a cliff, so your pain doesn't spike as hard. We're almost through the full routine. If you're watching this in bed right now, even better. Try these with me tonight. Hit subscribe so you don't miss the next week's video. Step 5, how you set up your legs in bed matters more than you think. For most people with neuropathy, putting a pillow under your calves so your feet are raised about 6 to 8 inches helps. It keeps blood from pooling in your feet and helps the flow back to your heart. That means less of those "we need help" alarm signals from your nerves. One thing to test if you have back problems, raising your legs might bother you. So try it one night, skip it the next, and compare. Your body will tell you. And here's a big one. Don't let heavy blankets press down on your toes. That weight can bother nerves that are already sensitive. Put a pillow at the foot of your bed and drape the blanket over it, like a little tent. Your toes get air, no pressure. Step 6, your bedroom temperature. Keep your room between 65 and 68 degrees. Research shows that this is the sweet spot for good sleep, but for neuropathy, it's even more important. Too warm and your nerves get more irritated. Too cold and your blood vessels tighten up, sending less blood to your feet. Now, socks. This depends on your symptoms. If your neuropathy feels like burning or heat, skip the socks. They trap warmth and make burning worse. If your neuropathy feels like cold or numbness, light breathable socks are fine. Cotton or bamboo, but not tight compression socks. Save those for the daytime. And step 7, this goes right back to that first trigger, your brain turning up the volume because everything else is quiet. The fix? Give your brain something else to listen to, but not a screen. The bright light from phones and TVs makes sleep worse. Instead, try a body scan. Here's how it works. Close your eyes. Start at the top of your head. Slowly move your attention down your body, your forehead, your jaw, your neck, your shoulders, all the way down to your feet. As you go, try to relax each spot. When you get to your feet, don't fight what you feel, just notice it. I feel tingling. I feel warmth. No fighting, no frustration, just watching. This trains your brain to notice the nerve signals without panicking about them. Over time, your brain actually turns the volume down. It stops treating the signal like an enemy. And add a sound machine, white noise, rain sounds, a quiet fan. One more thing for your brain to focus on instead of your nerves. All right, here's your complete nighttime nerve reset. 30 minutes before bed, 10-minute walk after dinner, or just a 10-minute walk. 20 minutes before bed, vascular gym, warm and cool water, 3 rounds. 15 minutes before bed, nerve flossing, 10 reps each side for your feet and your hands. 10 minutes before bed, slow breathing, in for 4, out for 6 for a couple of minutes. In bed, pillow under the calves, blanket tent for the toes. Room temperature, 65 to 68 degrees. Pick the right sock choice. Lights out, body scan, sound machine on. This hits all 3 nighttime triggers. Your brain volume, handled by the body scan and sound. Your painkiller drop, smoothed by the breathing. Your blood flow, boosted by the walk, the vascular gym, and the leg pillow. Here's my challenge. Try this for 5 nights. Not 1, 5. Your body needs time to learn the routine. On night 5, come back here and leave a comment. Tell me which one helped you the most. I read every single one. If you want quick versions of the vascular gym, the after dinner walk, the stress in your feet connection, I have shorts on each one. Links in the description. Your nerves do the best healing while you sleep. Let's make sure they get a chance. I'm Dr. Andrew Fetterman. Sleep well tonight.